Hello friends, now I explain the concept number 10, 2.10. This is literals. In program tokens, this is a third category of items. As I told you earlier, these are called literals, constants or literal constants. Why these are called literals means one of the languages defined them, that's why these are called literals, language generated one. Second one, why they are called constants means a value. Suppose let us take 9. 9 is created by a language. A symbol is created by a language and which represents a constant. 9 means 9. Universally, anybody can understand this is with reference to a value. That's why it is called as a constant, and it also uh, is called as a literal constants. Don't confuse, all are one and same and all that. Now, mainly there are three categories. First category, primitive types, primitive literals, string literals, and null literal. Three categories I have to explain. The first one, let us see the primitive literals. Actually, the primitive, that word you have to understand. Actually, primitive, there are many synonyms used in C, C++. Those are called built-in, primitive, fundamental, basic, etc. and all that. But Java, for the sake of consistency, it uses one word for one element, one word only it uses. So primitive, always you understand fundamental, built-in or basic with reference to data types. So primitive means language created. Java language, the part of it created. That's why these are called primitive. And in C and why they are called built-in means a part of the, it is built in the language. That's why built-in types. Fundamental, these are the basic thing. For any advanced thing, these are the basic. That's why fundamental, primary, all these words are used. Don't confuse. And as far as Java is concerned, we call them as primitive literals. As far as primitive literals are concerned, I have to introduce four types. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one is integer. Integer, a little later I will explain you data types. One of the data types in Java is integer. Integer represents all whole numbers. It may be minus, 0 or positive. So now we see 5. 5 is an integer literal, and 100 is also an integer literal. As far as integer are concerned, this is a decimal format. Decimal format, in this the base, the radix is 10. Base means how many digits we use in a number system. So we normally use the decimal number system. There 10 digits we use, 0 to 9. Then we write values like this, a single digit or otherwise composition of several digits to express a value. These are decimal form. There are other two popular forms. One is octal. Octal, it uses 8 digits, 0 to 7, and suppose if I write like this, you have to understand this is a octal integer digit. Octal form. In this 0 to 7 we use. It represents another an integer value. In the same way, we use hexadecimal. Hexadecimal, this one. Hexadecimal, 0x is the prefix. As far as octal is concerned, 0 is the prefix. So 0x means you have to understand hexadecimal. In this, 16 digits are used. 16 digits are used, and those are 0 to 15, 16. But up to 9, 0 to 9, okay. 10 to 15, 10 is represented by A, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can use lowercase form also. As far as hexadecimal is concerned, hexadecimal is concerned, we can use uppercase, lowercase. Here X also, uppercase, lowercase, both are equal. In this context, I have to draw your attention towards one exception that nobody tells about that. Actually, Java is a case sensitive language. That means uppercase is different, lowercase is different. But it is an exception. Only one exception, that as far as hexadecimal are part of Java language only, Java literals. So in this, uppercase, lowercase give same meaning. So only one exception is there, that you remember this. All these are integer literals. Form base is different. This is decimal, this is octal, this is hexadecimal. Its base is 16, its base is 8, its base is 10. Okay. Thereafter, floating point literal. Floating point literal, in float, two types will be there, depending on the size. Both are real numbers only, but depending on the size, two types are there. One is float, other one is double. Float takes 4 bytes, double takes 8 bytes. That is the difference. Little later in data types we discuss that point. So what is this? Is floating point literal. For floating point literal, F suffix should be there. F suffix, lowercase or uppercase. Here also case sensitivity is not there. And the same thing, if you write 1 to 5, this is double, because you didn't write any prefix, sorry, any suffix. So actually this is stored in 4 bytes. By default, this is stored in 8 bytes. 8 bytes, that you have to remember. However, both are floating point literals only. Floating point type means real type, what you call real type. So this is floating point literal, this is double literal also is floating point type only. Thereafter, character literals. Characters always delimited by 2 single quotes. This is a character literal, and this is also character means you have to take in a broader form. Don't limit to alphabets and all that. So this is also a character, and this is also a character, and this is also a character. You must remember that the special character, new line sequence, and this is also a character, blank character. So as far as character literals are concerned, we have to enclose them with a pair of single quotes. That always you remember. Thereafter, Java provides us a unique type that is a Boolean type. Boolean type deals with 2 values, that is 2 literals, one is true, other one is false. And there, for that, no symbol. For true is represented by true in lowercase, and false is represented by false in lowercase. If you write mixed case or uppercase, it leads to error. So these are all primitive literals. Primitive, actually this is integer literal, floating point literal, character literal, and Boolean literal. Why these are primitive? These are created by language, Java language by itself. That's why these are primitive. Okay. Thereafter, string literal. What is string? String is a set of characters which are enclosed by pair of double quotes. Pair of double quotes. Now you see Java 1, 2, 3 blank characters. Even single blank character you take, and if it is enclosed by double quotes, it is treated as a string. But this is not legal. Leave, let leave. In this form you cannot do. You should be, see, in one line only you can write any big set of characters you write, nothing wrong. But writing like this and all that is not valid. And one more thing in this context I have to tell you, and some context you may encounter that. Here you see, suppose this one, this is illegal. Now, if I write like this, leave, let leave, this is an valid one. Valid one. Of course, whenever it is printed, it is broken into two lines and printed because of new line sequence. Here, one very important point I should introduce: Unicode characters. Unicode characters, Java is based on Unicode. That's why Unicode characters we can use. Now, as far as new line is concerned, what is the equivalent Unicode? U 00000A. Actually, Unicode characters are represented like this, and here slash U and 4 digits will be there. Here 3 zeros. A is equivalent to new line. Suppose if you replace new line by this also, you get the same result. That is also a valid one. In that manner, now in this string, any character, whatever character, not only new line, whatever character you want to replace with Unicode, character will be like this. You can write that one. Instead of new line, if you write this one, what is the result of this? By writing this also, by replacing this also, you get the same result. That's why sometimes you encounter, always you see that here Unicode character is represented by slash U and 4 digits. Okay, by that you can understand it is a Unicode digit. Okay, thereafter finally I have to introduce null literal. Null is a literal. Literal, it is a keyword also. Already told you, 3 keywords are there: null, true, false. The 3 are literals. True and false are Boolean literals. Now I introduce it to you. And null also a literal. Actually, what is the purpose of null? Actually, null literally different, null character is different. This is null character. That is \0. If you write that in a system out statement, nothing is printed. Nothing is printed. Actually, null null in text form, it is there. Then that is a literal. What is the purpose of that? Suppose now you see string name you have defined. You didn't initialize it. Just one object reference you created. This is a string type. This is its name is name. It is string type. So it is a reference. So, but object you didn't create. When object you can create, suppose Arun. This is the object, but object you didn't define. So it is pointing to what? It is pointing to null literal. Null. So if you write this value, no error will come. Null is printed. So now if you write in a SOP statement, if you write a name, you can find null. So it refers an object reference until it is initialized with an object, then it refers to null literal. So in this manner you understand all the types of literals: integer literal, floating point literal, character literal, Boolean literal, string literal and null literal. Okay, different contexts we use them.